Hey friend, John MacLennan here, and in this video, you're gonna learn how to play On Broadway as recorded by the great George Benson on guitar. Now this song has a great groove to it. We're gonna play just basically one main progression, and then we're gonna bump it up in half steps, and this is a really cool thing that happens in a lot of songs. It's called a modulation or a key change. I'm gonna break the whole song down for you, just a main rhythm guitar part. I'll even show you some single note lines that you can add in as well. But before I break it all down, if you're new here, I wanna hook you up with a gift right away. I put together this awesome fretboard guide that's gonna show you the 5 chords and scales that I use to map out the entire fretboard. And this is super useful to know to just improve your knowledge of the fretboard, but it's also great to know for soloing specifically if you're playing this style and you want to do what George Benson is doing, which is just ripping a lead on top of this chord progression, then you want to make sure that you have this guide, and it's really going to help you put it together. So just go to johnmaclennan.com/fretboard guide or use the first link down below to grab your copy completely for free. All right, well, with that said, let's get into the song. Let's break down how to play On Broadway as recorded by George Benson on guitar. Now we're gonna start off with this figure for the intro, and we're gonna play it just first as single notes, and then we'll move into chords. Here's what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we're starting out in the key of A flat. That's a root note here on the 4th fret of the low E. We're gonna do this little pickup into the note A flat here. So I'm starting on the 6th fret of the 5th string, then going to the 4th fret of the 4th string, and then up to 6 on the 4th string. And that is the note A flat there. So it's this little walk up, kind of like a pentatonic walk up into the root. Then you drop it down 2 frets and you play the note G flat. So here's A flat to G flat. Then you do the same thing again, but change the rhythm just slightly. Okay, so the second time, I play this on the downbeat, 1 and then 2 and that G flat, there's 2 of them now, and you play right on the downbeat of 2 and then the and of 2. So 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Then it restarts. Then you can do the same thing, but with chords, and we're not gonna have the walk up. We're just gonna go. So this is an A flat to a G flat. And there's a few ways you could do it. If you were playing with a bass player, I might just play and just play the top 4 strings. So that would look like this. 6, 5, 4, 4 for that A flat chord. Then I'll drop it down 2 frets for a G flat. We're gonna copy the same rhythm that we used in that intro figure. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then 1 and 2 and 3. So if you're strumming, bum, 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 or if you're playing fingerstyle like this. Now you could add the bass note in there. I might do it with my thumb. Just a little fuller sound. Or you could do just your standard bar chord like this. It's the same notes, just different ways of fingering the chord. So whatever's comfortable for you. So that's the intro, and then the verse comes in, and we're gonna play that figure, the A flat to G flat, 4 times like this. A 1, 2, 3, 4. halfway. So I'm thinking of all of that as what I call a one chord. So it's sort of just a riff off of the A flat. Then what we do is we go to the 4 chord and do a similar thing. The 4 chord is right underneath the 1 chord there. So just, you move down. If here's A flat, then 4 chords right underneath on the same fret. We're gonna play this figure. And we're back to the first figure. So what I did there was start on the D flat. And that's starting on the 5th string, 4, 6, 6, 6. And then I drop it down 2 frets to 2, 4, 4, 4. Then, same rhythm, right? But now the chords are D flat to B. Then we vary the riff slightly. Here we go. So that is starting the same way, D flat to B flat, but then we go 1 and 2 and do a chromatic walk up. This is a D flat to a D to an E flat. So I'm playing the same bar chord shape, just moving it up 1 fret at a time. So it's gonna go. Then we return back to the A flat to G flat. We do it 2 times. That is essentially the tune right there. So I'm gonna put that together starting from the verse. Just to recap, it's 4 times on the 1 chord. Then we go to 2 times on the 4 chord, but we have that little variation. Then we go back to 2 times on the 1 chord. Here's what that sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat that. Four chord. Take it up. And 1 chord. Now on the recording, there is a wah-wah guitar, so you could add a little bit of just to that riff to make it a little funkier. So from there, what happens is we take that entire form that we just learned and we bump it up 1 fret. So that's gonna sound like this. Repeat. Four chord. Walk it up. Back to 1. And that's it. It basically does that same thing again, and you play it now, though, in the key of A. After the key of A, it does it again and moves up 1 final key to the key of B flat, and that's gonna sound like this. Repeat. Then the 4 chord. Then the song just fades out on the 1 chord. So again, it's just that one main progression that's sort of the form of the song, and then it moves up. It starts in A flat, goes up to A, and then finishes in B flat. So it ends up moving a whole step from A flat to B flat by the time you're done. Now from here, what I want you to do is practice playing that chord progression, and then you can start to improvise on top of that. And to help you put that together, you're going to want to grab my fretboard guide at the first link down below. And this is going to show you the 5 chords and scales that I use to map out the entire fretboard. So as you're playing these shapes, you'll know the scales that go with them, and that's going to show you what notes you can pick from to get started improvising. So grab your copy completely for free. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide or use the first link down below. Next, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment and let me know your #1 struggle with guitar right now. Just comment it down below so I can make more videos here on the channel helping you out. As always, thanks for your support with the videos, and we'll catch you in another one real soon.